mine, mine. You're mine, mine, mine. You're mine, mine.
You are now tuned into Philly's Morning Joe with your host, Joe Castro. Now, you might not like us, but we know you love us. So grab your cup and get ready to talk some Eagles. Go Birds.
You want Philly food?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
I don't know why my mic keeps messing up during the live shows, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to definitely figure it out. Just 1 second. All right, y'all should be able to hear me. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? We already got 27 people on the YouTube side. Shout out to all y'all. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Joe Castro, a.k.a. Philly Fresco. Another Philly's Morning Joe. Today we got some special guests coming on. Just waiting for them to show up. But I'm excited, man. It is game day. The Falcons about to get their tail whooped. We about to show them this bird-on-bird crime. I always love playing other bird teams because then you get to show who the dominant bird is. And I think the Eagles are going to be the dominant bird this week. So I'm excited for this game, man. I hope y'all are as well. We're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about what needs to happen in this game, how we can win this game, how we'll lose this game if we end up losing. You know, obviously, like I said, we will be talking to Philly 500, and we should have Joey Shakes in the building as well. I know he's got a little something going on today, but he should be able to join for a little bit. But how y'all feeling? How are y'all feeling? Let me know how y'all feeling because I am feeling good. I am ready for today's game. We can be, I think, the only team in the NFC East that's undefeated, right? The Commanders lost week 1, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, the Giants just lost. Dallas just got their tails whipped. Can I do that? Whipped, cool, whipped, molly-whopped. Give me some words. Give me some adjectives for what happened. They got that highway robbery. What else we want to say? What else is it? What else did they do? I mean, I need some adjectives. I need some extra adjectives because they got their tails whooped. It was beautiful to see. It's a beautiful Monday morning. We're on prime time. So it's that time. It's that time, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's see what we got already popping in the chat. Shout out to KJ, first of all, already with the $2 super chat. Shout out to you, KJ. Says, go Birds. We got Jonas in the building. Says, what's up? Go Birds. EAGLES. Let's go. Let's go. Lord Dagger in the building. What's going on? Jonas says it's game day. It definitely is. Eagles girl in the building. I can't talk. I'm still waking up. What's up, Bird Gang? Lord Dagger said the hype is real for tonight. Bird Gang in the building. What's going on? Said game day. Hello, Joe. Go Birds. Hello. Who else we got in here? Davion Tyree. Go Birds. Eagles realist says beautiful Monday. It is. Destroyed, Bird Gang. I like that one as well. At the end of the day, the Cowboys looked like we all think the Cowboys look. The Cowboys look terrible, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I loved every single second of it. I'm gonna probably watch the game again. That might be my like go to bed. You know how kids have that one story that they like to read to go to bed. That story might be mine. How Dallas just got what? That was something else. I'll say that much right now. That was something else. What's going on, John? What's going on? So, look, we're going to talk about this Eagles game. You know, obviously, we have to go out there and handle business. Not having A.J. Brown is a huge, huge loss. So, we're going to have to figure out what's going on. I mean, look, this is what we got Jahan Dotson for, right? And what we got Saquon Barkley for. You still have a bunch of weapons. You still have a bunch of guys that can go out there and ball out for you. So, I'm hoping to see Jahan Dotson ball. There was a stat that I heard this morning. I can't remember where I heard it. But apparently Jahan Dotson ain't never do nothing against the Falcons. I believe both times that he played the Falcons, he had no receptions, no yards, no nada. No, maybe he was a very good teammate those games. But today we're going to need him to ball out. Last time he was at the link, though, he had over 100 yards. So maybe they cancel out. Maybe they cancel out. Give me like 80. Give me like 80, Jahan, and I think we'll be good. We got Devontae Smith out there. Devontae's going to be that number one guy, right? He's going to be the guy that really holds it down. So give me like 80, Jahan. Give me like 80, and I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right with 80. And you look at Saquon. I mean, look, the Falcons, they have good safeties. They have good players up and down that defense, if I'm being 100% honest. They got a squad. They're not a trash team, but their offense is going to be sorely held back if Kirk Cousins is not healthy, and Kirk Cousins has not looked healthy. So that's something that we're going to have to keep our eye on. We're going to have to keep on watching. If the Eagles cannot get in that backfield, I have some major concerns. I'm going to be real with you. Their offensive line is not that great. Their quarterback, like I said, is a statue right now. He's not able to really move. He's never really been the guy to move around and, break up 100-yard rushing games and stuff like that. So I was never afraid of that. But it doesn't even look like they trust him much to, take drop backs. So we got to get in that backfield. Last week, I believe they ran like 81% of their run plays were out of the pistol, if I'm not mistaken. And then all of their pass plays, literally every single time they were in shotgun, they passed the ball. So we know what they're going to do, and they're going to tell us what they're going to do when they come out in their formations. Eagles need to be ready. The Eagles need to make things happen. They need to go out there and ball out. They need to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, man. We have way too many games, especially last year. This is going to be, or it could be, I should say, this could be the, third, fourth time in as many years that we've went 2-0. So we've had so many years where we go out there and we're like, hey, at least we got the win. Just keep on getting better. This is a game you got to go out there and dominate, man. You can't just go out there and get the win. You can't just go out there and, hey, we got to clean stuff up. We've had so many games that we've had to clean stuff up. It's time to go out there and ball the heck out, man. It's time to go ball the heck out. So shout out to everybody, man. This will also be simulcasted to Fox Sports The Gambler. So if you guys missed this and you don't want to watch the video, you can definitely listen to it on iHeartMedia. We will be having it on the radio station as well. So you'll be able to hear this live there. I'll be live with them tonight around 7:20-ish for just a preview of the Eagles game, so definitely check me out for that. But I'm ready. I'm ready for this game. Brenton Covey's about to go off. I feel it should. Have I talked to Joe? I haven't talked to James yet. I have talked to James. We gonna have James on here. James is gonna come on here. Don't you worry about that. We gonna talk to James. Maybe then, I don't know. Tonight I am really, really busy. Tomorrow I have to go on a show as well. I'm gonna be on with Black Gritty. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him. He's hilarious. I know he works with Philly Sports and everything, so he's hilarious. He's a really good guy, so I'm excited to do that. I got to figure out when we're going to get him on, but we're going to do another, obviously, we do it every week for the whoever loses, but hopefully we aren't one of those teams. It'll feel so much better if I'm in that chat just talking junk to him. We're just talking junk to him, and that's it. The Commanders should be happy right now. Eagles should be happy. That would be lovely. That would be absolutely lovely if we can just go in there and talk to him. Now that's what I'm looking forward to. You said Brenton Covey going off, Davey. I could see that. Let's get some before anybody gets on here and I forget. Let's get some wrenches out there, man. Let's get some wrenches. I don't know what happened to all these wrenches. If you're new to the channel, we give out wrenches to... Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. I just removed you by accident. We give out wrenches to basically everybody. As long as you're respectful, I'm going to give you a wrench. Make sure you can hold down the family while I'm not paying attention. Get the win is better than take a bad loss. Oh, it definitely is. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, either go out there and blow them out or lose. But I'm saying I want to see a dominant win. I'm tired of seeing these just, we almost lost, but we didn't. Jalen Hurts had a tough game, but we didn't lose. I don't want to talk like that anymore. I'm tired of that. I want to go out there and just dominate a team. Dominate a team that's struggling right now. Real talk. I mean, the Packers, I don't know. I don't know if they're struggling, if it was the field, if, we just played decently. Like, it's a toss-up. You know what I'm saying? It's week one. You don't really know what teams are. Obviously, last year, they were decent towards the end, right? They were pretty good towards the end. Pretty damn good towards the end. But the beginning of the year, they kind of weren't that good. They weren't good in the beginning of the year. So it could be the same thing, or it could be we played well. Who knows? But this game, the Falcons are struggling. The Falcons have some issues. Go out there and take advantage of them. Go out there and take advantage of them damn issues. That's all I want to see. That's all I want to see. And I don't think that's asking too much. That's really not asking too much. Because at the end of the day, right, the 49ers lost, which was amazing, right? But they didn't have Christian McCaffrey, and everybody's going to use that. They don't have him for another 4 or 5 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. But they're going to use that as an excuse, right? They're going to say, oh, well, they didn't have him, so no. You guys stunk. You guys lost to Sam Darnold and the Vikings. We don't have A.J. Brown. That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. We spent a lot of money on this offense. This offense has to go out there and ball out. Ball the hell out. Honestly, it might help Jalen. It might help guys like Jahan. It might help guys like Dallas Goedert, which I just saw you bring up. I think that it helps guys like this because they're never the focal points of the offense. Now, I'm not going to say they're going to be the focal point this week, but they're going to see more burn. They're going to see more touches. They're going to see more targets. So you need to go out there and you need to take advantage of them. I'd rather it be this week. I'd rather it be week 2 that we're trying to figure out what to do without A.J. Brown than it be first round of the playoffs. And I see a lot of people talking about what happened with us in the first round of the playoffs without A.J. Brown. Take into account, I'll take it into account, but I just feel like that team last year was all done. They were just done. They just didn't know what the heck was going on. They couldn't get it together. I don't really necessarily think that that's what's going to happen just because we don't have A.J. Brown. Obviously, you added 2 more guys too, so that should help. Who else we got in here? Dallas Goedert getting like 80 plus. Let me know a good parlay, because I might, I might need a hit tonight. I was so close. I want to just say, I hate Justin Fields. I don't hate a lot of people, and y'all know I used to back up Justin Fields, actually, but I hate him. The one day that I bet on him, he decides to be a quarterback. I was 22 yards of him rushing the ball away from hitting for like 300. Oh, my God, I hate him. I am so mad at him. So mad at him. Kittle is fine. That's what I'm saying. Look, the 49ers still have, you got Debo, you got Ayuk, you got Kittle, you got Purdy's supposed to be good. You won your first game, so I'm not hearing it. I'm not listening. Yeah, that's for the birds. Save that for somebody else. Save the drama for your mom. Whatever saying you want to say. I'm not listening to it. Y'all should have went out there and balled out. We do look very different without AJ. We do, but we've only seen it once, right? We've only seen it once. Unless you're going back 2 years or 3 years when we didn't have him. I mean, we've only seen it really once. How many games has he really missed? And we haven't seen it with this team. We haven't seen it with a Saquon added. You haven't seen it with a Jahan added. So I understand, and I agree to a certain extent. We definitely aren't as great. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the number one guy like we do when we have, say, A.J. Brown, but we still have a squad. So no excuses. I have no excuses. We got to go out there and win. That's it. We got to go out there and win. Please feed the tight end more. We got to. We are 0-3 without AJ. We have to be careful. What were those 3 losses? I know the playoff game. What were the other 2? I would have to actually look that up. What were the other 2? Because I don't even remember the other 2, to be honest. Oh, we definitely will win, Eagles girl. We definitely will win. We should win. Jonas says we got to take advantage. We have to. We ain't losing at home, Joe. Yeah, look, I don't care if it's at home. I don't care if we playing in Alaska. Y'all got to win this game. That's all that matters to me. That's really all that matters to me. Go 2-0. Start off the year strong. Give A.J. Brown the rest he needs. It'll be interesting to see if you see some Devin White today. It'll be interesting to see if you see some Cooper DeJean, if you see some Isaiah Rodgers. Those are the guys that need to step up, too. You're coming back. I want to see you guys step up. You know what I'm saying? I want to see you guys step up, do something. I want to see this whole defense step up, if I'm being 100% honest. If I'm being 100% honest, I want to see this whole defense step the heck up. Because I don't think we played horribly week 1. I won't sit here and act like we were the worst defense in the world or the worst defense I've seen us put out there even. But we got to step up. I want to see turnovers. I want to see big sacks. I want to see sacks from our front 4. That's what I want to see. You sound nervous? Not at all. What would I be nervous about? What would I be nervous about? Terrence, who are you? Who's your team? Who's your team? Because you sound like you projecting right now. I don't know. I'm not nervous about nothing. I'm just tired of hearing, it was a close game, but we won. I don't want to hear that no more. I don't. And maybe I'm alone there. But I want to see this team play a full great game. I want a full 60 minutes of just balling out. 60 minutes of hitting hard, getting yards, and that's it. Doing what you're supposed to do. Doing what this team can do. And if you can do that without AJ, that's even a better sign. That's even one of those signs that you're like, okay, so this team is real. We got to see it, Terrence. We got to see it. But I want to know who your team is. AJ being gone is a hit, but I think we will be fine. But this is a different team. But honestly, I think the defense is going to eat. They should. They definitely should, especially against Kirk Cousins, bro. Like, you add, all right, so we factor in that he's not good in prime time, right? That's 1 point. 2 points. He can't move like he used to. He couldn't really ever move like that, but he can't move like he used to. So he's not doing the drop backs. He's not doing the 7-step drop backs. He's not even really doing play action. I don't think they did one play action in week 1. So, I mean, bro, this should be like a scrimmage. I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to sound like overconfident about this team or overzealous about this team, but this should be like a damn scrimmage. This should not be a close game. This should not be one of those games that you're nervous in the third quarter or nervous in the fourth quarter. I want from the first snap for us to dominate. And if we can't do that, I'm gonna have some issues. I'm dead serious. I'm gonna have some issues. So we'll see what happens, but I'll be happy with a win. Don't get me wrong. I will be happy with a win. I'm not going to sit here and cry over a win, but I want it to be a nice one. I don't care. I want it to be a nice one. What's up, Cat? What's going on, John? Let's get this dub. Viva. I ain't saying that. I don't know what that means. I'm not into like politics, so I'm not going to say it. Shout out to you, though, dog. Morning, bro. How you feeling? I'm feeling good, bro. We got to do something. I'm sorry, like, I know we were supposed to do something last week and my schedule got crazy. But Smitty, let's talk. We're going to definitely get something popping, man. Life been wild for me. But what's going on, brother? What's going on? Jalen Carter's 2-sack game. I won't say 2-sack game just because I don't know what they're going to do to try and neutralize him. Like, they're probably going to double team him a whole bunch. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he's going to be the guy that eats. He might, though. He definitely could. I just think that with him getting double teamed, somebody's got to win some one-on-ones. I doubt that they're afraid of Bryce Huff right now or Josh Sweat or Nolan Smith or, Brandon Graham. I doubt that they're sitting there like, oh, we got a game plan for these guys. But they're probably sitting there saying, we got a game plan for Jalen Carter because he'll wreck this game. So I think that, while he could definitely eat. I think other guys got to step up, man. They got to step up. Shout out to everybody. We got 56 people on the YouTube side alone. So shout out to all y'all. Mad love. Appreciate y'all coming through. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. And we are waiting on Philly 500 and Joey Shakes. Hopefully they are good. Hopefully, everything's okay. And they'll be here when they're here. It is what it is, Sometimes life happens, but they should be here anytime soon. What's going on, Die Hard Philly? You better temper your expectations. No, Eagles fan, I'm not doing it. I've done it too much. This team you guys told me this was a Super Bowl team. They've told me this was a Super Bowl team. Now it's time to show me. Now it is time to show me. How Tom Cruise says, show me the money. I want to show me the wins. Show me the dominant wins. That's what I want. I'm tired of just barely winning, bro. Shout out to Mr. Mutt. Holding it down for Twitch, man. I see you, bro. Throw me up. I got you, Battle Post. I got you. How the Eagles so thin at the wide receiver position? Is it because Smitty and Brown got their extension? Why are people saying that we're so thin? I don't think that we're thin. It sucks that Johnny Wilson is hurt. But you still have two very good. I mean, I won't say two very good. Devontae Smith is a wide receiver 1 on most teams, if not all. Right? I think that's fair. I think that's very fair to say. Then you have a Jahan Dotson, who at the very worst is a number 2. I think that he could be a number 1 on some teams. Not most, but some. I think he's a solid number 2. You got Dallas Goedert, who's a top option on a lot of teams. You got Saquon Barkley, who's a top option on a lot of teams. Receiving. I'm talking receiving. So I don't think that we're short. I don't think that we're weak at that position. I think we fine, to be honest. I think we all right. They always late. Did they forget? They might. Yeah, they're always late. But I'm always late too, so I really can't hate. I really cannot hate on them, bro. I'm always late too. Hunter Renfrow, Michael Thomas are out there. Adam Thielen can be gotten for a trade. I mean, but all right, we don't have A.J. Brown this game. If we go out there and we trade for one of these guys, I mean, all right, Michael Thomas makes a little sense if he's a free agent. Hunter Renfrow makes a little sense if they're free agents, just because they won't probably be necessarily looking at being the number one, right? They're probably past that point in their career. But I think it's a little bit overreactive. I do. I think it's a little bit overreactive that A.J. Brown's out and we're thinking we need to go get wide receiver. I don't think we do. Good looking out, Joe. I got you. To be honest, Hunter Renfrow is someone I wanted in free agency. I wouldn't have been surprised if they went and got him. I think that once you got Jahan Dotson, it kind of takes that knee out, because you're probably putting Jahan in the slot. I mean, it's going to be interesting. I was kind of hoping Johnny Wilson might see some extra burn. Now you got that big guy on the outside, but it looks like he's questionable, I believe, too. So I really don't know. But I think it's going to be interesting, and I think it's going to be fun. I think we're going to be fine. I truly do. I truly do feel like we'll be fine. I didn't tell y'all that. Eagles fan stupid. Or if needed, put Covey and Gainwell in the slot. Do not put Gainwell in that slot. Do not play Gainwell. I am so tired of Gainwell. Take Kenny Gainwell off, and I don't care if he's watching this. I try to usually be nice to Eagles players and, give them the benefit of the doubt. Take Kenny off of kick return. I don't want to see him running the ball. I don't want to see him on screens. I don't want to see him on the sideline. I don't want to see Kenny Gainwell. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I'm tired of Kenny Gainwell. I am. He just does dumb stuff everywhere he plays. From taking it out of the end zone when you're in the kickoff. Like, how you don't know the rules? How you don't know you don't play Madden? I knew the rules, and all I do is play Madden. I mean, I knew the rules from them telling me. But come on, bro. How you got to be smarter than that. And then when you see him run, he don't do nothing. He don't do anything. You got Saquon, you got Will Shipley. Run with that. Just run with that. And if something happens, God forbid, then Kenny Gainwell can get some burn. But I'm good on Kenneth Gainwell. I'm so tired of seeing the same thing over and over and over again from him. ADW, what's going on? He said that's why we have Kellen Moore. Great OC, knows how to utilize all his weapons. Yeah, it's his time to show out. It's definitely his time to show out. Shout out to everybody, man. We got 77 people in the chat on YouTube alone. Texan Eagle, what's going on? ADW says that's why. Oh, I read that already. I can't read. Function says I hope Goddard can get more looks down the seams tonight. Who would you put money on? That's my question. Oh, I just dropped my phone. Hold up. Who would y'all put money on? I'm gonna look at the lines real quick for the at least for the receiving, because I want to see who would y'all feel comfortable putting money on. Because now I'm getting a little bit too into these player props, so that might be a good or a bad thing. So they got Devontae Smith over under at 70.5. Dallas Goedert at 42.5. He's got to get more than that. And they got Jahan Dotson at 28.5. Oh, I'm going over on that one. Say less. Yeah, they have Jahan Dotson at 28.5. If he doesn't get more than 29 yards, we might lose this game. I'm going to be real with you. If he doesn't get more than 29 yards, we might lose this game. So who would you feel comfortable on the over? They got Saquon Barkley over under at 17.5 receiving yards. They're gonna have me I might put together a parlay live on the show. Hold up, they might got me. I'm saying if Saquon and Jahan Dotson combine for less than 50 yards receiving, we might lose this game. So one of them Paris Campbell, we do got Paris Campbell. I don't know if Paris Campbell's going to be I would take over on every single Eagles wide receiver, Dallas and tight end and running back. Devontae Smith at 70.5, I'm taking the over. Dallas Goedert at 42.5, I'm taking the over. Jahan Dotson at 28.5, I'm taking the over. Saquon Barkley at 17.5, I'm taking the over. I would take over on every single one. And if you did that, that would be plus 1,300. You'd be looking at $50 to pay you out. Let me see, $700. Drop $50 on the over on all our receivers, and you get 700. I think that's a fair bet right there. That's a fair bet right there. Because like I said, if we do not go over those, we might lose this game. I hate betting on the home team. Yeah, I usually do not bet on the Eagles. I haven't put the bet in yet, but I'm thinking about it. I'm going to be real with you. I'm definitely thinking about it. What's going on, Josh? No A.J. Brown today. No A.J. Brown. No A.J. Brown. Victor says, the over. Definitely, yeah. Will Dotson be good for Yak? I think he should be. I think that he's going to be the guy that you kind of put in the situations that you were putting Devontae Smith in. You know, those screens, those bubbles, those type of plays. I think he'll be good in that situation. So I think he will be. I got to bet on Hard Rock because I'm in Florida. So that's the only one we can do is Hard Rock. I know out in Philly, you guys got a bunch, so I'm jealous. I'm definitely jealous. I wish that we had more. Let me reach out to 500, make sure he's straight. Make sure everything all right. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If anything, we can always reschedule. Y'all know, Joey and 500 my people, so it ain't no big deal, but hopefully they good. I just want to make sure they all right, because we talked this morning. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure they good. But shout out to everybody in the building, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. First interception from Mitchell tonight, calling it. I would love to see that. Look, this defense is going to have to step up too. When you are down, and again, I have full faith in this offense being able to go out there and ball out. I do. I have full faith. But when you are down a player, someone got to step up. There's going to obviously be offensive players that got to step up. But there's also going to be the defense that has to step up. You got to step up. Last week, you did great in the red zone. Let's do that again. Last week, you kind of did well as far as, like, you did all right. You didn't do good against the run game. I'm not going to sit here and lie. They didn't do good against the run game. So you got to get better there. You definitely got to get better there. We just got to be better. We got to be better. Ariella, what's going on? So now we got 2 people on the Twitch side. Shout out to them. What if Saquon carries on the ground? He should. I mean, he should. Let's see what his over-under is real quick. Let's see what his over-under is real quick. I don't know why I closed it. I am concerned with DeJean covering Kyle Pitts. He's too raw and will jump routes. My thing with Kyle, look, I've been saying all week that I'm a little bit worried about Kyle Pitts just because they never utilize him correctly. But if you're trying to get the ball out quick, it makes sense to get it to your tight end, right? So, I mean, I'm a little bit worried about it, but everybody keeps telling me not to worry about him, Richie. So maybe me and you are the only ones that are worried about it. But I agree. I mean, I'm not necessarily worried about one person covering him. I'm just worried about the whole, the whole entirety of our defense. We got to make sure we're keeping an eye on him. So rushing, they got him at over under 75.5. And they got Kenny Gainwell at 12.5. I might go over on Kenny G. I know I just talked bad junk about Kenny G, but I mean 12.5 ain't much. He might get that. He might actually get that. So I might have to go on that one. It's a Philly thing, says score prediction. Falcons 7, Eagles 41. I'll take that. Kyle Pitts, what has he done? Nothing. But honestly, I just don't feel like they utilize him correctly. That's really what I think it is. I don't think they utilize him correctly. So that's really what it comes down to, is if they figure out how to utilize him, if they remember that they have Kyle Pitts on their team. Yeah. That'll be interesting to see. Definitely hit that like button. How many people we got in here? On the YouTube side alone, we got 86 people and we got 40 likes. If we can get that up to like 60, can we get that up to 60 real quick? Just take a second, hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. But look, so yeah, it comes down to what are we going to do against their main guys, right? We got it. What are we going to do against their main guys? That's what it comes down to. And offensively, we just got to do what I know we should be able to do. Even without A.J. Brown, we should be a very good offense. And we should be a better offense than the Steelers. So, You know, Richie, it's funny that you bring up Penix. He said, will we see QB Penix Jr. as a change of pace tonight? It's interesting that you bring him up because I think that's the worst thing that can happen for the Eagles is if they just say, you know what, we don't think Kirk Cousins is ready. Let's just bench him and put Penix in because we don't know what Penix is, you know, what he's about. And we don't really, we're not ready for him. We're not game planning for him. I still think we can, you know, he's a young player. He's a rookie. So we should still be able to take advantage of him, but I think Penix gives them a better chance. I do. He gives them a better opportunity to win the game than a Kirk Cousins does, in my opinion. I love the fact that Kenny G is back to an actual number 2 role like he was in 2022. Yeah, I mean, I think that's where he kind of belongs. You know, it is what it is. I don't really want to see. Oh, look at that. They just went down on Kenny Gainwell, 11.5. So Bijan is at 65.5. Which I might go over on that. I might go over on a lot of things. Our defense was not good last week against the run. I think they averaged like 7 yards per carry. So, I mean, look, I love my Eagles, but I love money too. So, if you know what I'm saying? If we could win a little bit of money, you know, but it's tough because I hate doing that against my own home team because then I'm rooting for them to give up yards, and that's just weird. That's just weird. I bet on CD Lamb to go over 80 something yards, and it was weird, like wanting to see him do well. Like, and I did it with Debo Samuel. I was like, this was weird, just wanting them to do well. Luckily, they both lost and still did what I needed them to do. So they won't sit Cousins unless it gets out of hand. I agree. I think that's what they'll do. I think that they're kind of attached to the hip at Cousins. Unless something drastic happens, they're kind of attached to it. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You gave him all that money. Jordan Davis, this is your stage tonight. I agree, Richie. I agree. Jordan Davis is going to have to step up. I mean, but look, he's not doing what he's supposed to do because we gave up 7 yards per carry. So, yeah, he's got to step up. He's got to step up. ADW says tonight will be the Falcons playoff game. They will bring their A game for sure on defense. Kellen will need to be in his bag tonight. Yeah, I mean, look, if I'm the Falcons, right? If I'm a Falcons fan or a Falcons player and I'm watching what just happened on Sunday, I'm saying, shoot, we got a chance. Why not? Why don't you have a chance? Why don't you have an opportunity to go out there and win this game? You just saw Dallas get absolutely throttled. Absolutely throttled. That was amazing. I still love that. But you saw them get their tail whipped live for millions and millions of people to watch. Got that tail whipped. And if you look on Twitter, it is, oh my God. It's like getting a gift on Christmas and then getting another gift the day after because it didn't come in early enough on Amazon. You know, that's what it feels like. Like, I feel like I got a gift last night getting their tail whooped and then just seeing all the Cowboys fans crying. It's either they're crying or they're finding excuses. It's like an extra gift. But you see that happen. You see San Fran lose, which that was amazing too. You see Houston in a struggle with the Bears, who are absolute garbage. I'm sorry, Caleb Williams ain't it. But at the end of the day, you see all that, you should feel a little confident. You should be like, any given Sunday, anything can happen tonight. And if you're an Eagles fan, you should say, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't look like that. But I mean, are the Saints real? You know, that's the question. I think that when you look at the 49ers game, I think that he said, better stop talking ish. Karma's real. It is. I don't care. I'm going to talk my ish. Bro. This is the year that we should be confident. This is the year. I don't want no more struggle bus games. Unless we're going against a really good team. The Falcons are not a good team. I don't care. If we lose, I'm going to be pissed. If it's a close game, I'm probably going to be upset. But if we lose this game, I'm going to be pissed because it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. We are a way more talented team than this team. We are way more talented. We got to go out there and prove it. 803 Hitman says, Bryce Huff, I need to see some. I can read. I promise y'all I can. Bryce Huff, I need to see him pop off the screen tonight. Yeah, like I said, someone has to win one-on-ones. You know that Jalen Carter is going to get double teamed. You know Jalen Carter is going to have a whole bunch of fun with a bunch of guys in his face. Pause. But he's going to be double teamed. He's going to be chip blocked. He's going to be whatever they can do. They are going to do to try and stop Jalen Carter from wrecking this game. He can still win double teams. We've seen that. But somebody has to win one-on-ones, whether it's Huff, whether it's Sweat, whether it's whoever the heck it is, whether it's Bond and we're sending them in, you got to win. Caleb Williams has the same problem. Justin Fields, no offensive line. I mean, look, I'll give Caleb Williams some time. All right, I know I just said he ain't it, but I haven't been high on him since he came out. I'm going to be real with you. I thought that he was a bit overhyped. He's very talented, but just has a really weird attitude that I don't necessarily enjoy. So I was a little bit, thrown off there. But I'll give him time. But Justin Fields, he's done. Justin Fields, me and him ain't cool no more, man. He lost me money, and he just don't look like he can do it. I mean, he just doesn't look like a quarterback. I'm sorry, he just doesn't. I feel like you took away his legs, and he just can't throw the ball. They only scored, one touchdown in 2 games? They're undefeated, but I think that's a testament to what Tomlin can do. That man's different, man. This will be a big game for our D-line tonight, expect Jordan Davis to set the tone. I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. Jordan Davis is a run stuffer, all right? And with upside as a pass rusher, okay? So I'm not sitting here waiting for him to go off for 3 sacks. I'm just not. Let's give up less than 4-yard average, and I will be like, that's the Jordan Davis effect. That's realistic. But he does have better arm talent than Fields. Yeah. I'll give you that. I mean, yeah. Sack Bond going off tonight. I agree. Who made up that name? Was it Josh? Was it Philly Special? Because that's where I first heard it. I love that name, though. Sack Bond. I like that. I'm drinking a little ginger ale. Rough morning. Rough morning now. But I mean, look, if we can improve 2 things on defense. 2 things I need to see improved from last game. Run defense and pass rush. If we can improve those 2 things, I think our defense will be dominant. I truly do. I truly feel like our defense will be dominant if we can work on those 2 things. Shout out to everybody, man. We still got 80 people in the building. How many likes we got? We got 52. Let's get those likes up. I appreciate you. I think the most likes I've ever gotten in one show was like 100. So let's try and get there. Why not, right? Why not? But yeah, I mean, that's all I need to see. If I can see that improve, I'll be happy. But at the same time, I just want to see a dominant game. I really do. I want to see a dominant game. And I understand what you're saying, Philly fan. Like, don't count your chickens before they hatched or whatever you want to say. But we got to see a dominant game. This team's too good. This team is too good to not go out there and dominate a weak team. This is a weak team. If we were going against the Niners or if we were going against the, Cowboys or something like that, I might sit here and be like, just go out there and play a good game and win. But not this one. Go out there and dominate these boys. Go out there and shut the media up for a week. What's going on, Gillette? What's going on? Lucius the Show says, don't get me wrong, Davis will be eating up double teams and allow Dean and Bond to eat. It will also free up Carter and Huff. I don't think they're going to double team Davis because they just haven't been. I mean, I don't think that they feel like they need to yet. But I could be wrong. I mean, somebody's going to have to, eat up a double team so that we get one-on-ones. That's really what it comes down to. We'll see, though. I'm hoping Kellen incorporates our version of Taysom Hill or Kyle Juszczyk. I think Ben Van Summeren would fit the fullback, H-back role very well. I would give our offense an edge by keeping defenses honest. I mean, Ben Van Summeren can run his tail off. Didn't he run like a 4.4 or something like that? He ran like a 4.4 something, if I'm not mistaken. That boy can run. So, I wouldn't hate that. I wouldn't mind. I know that Jordan Davis and Jordan Mailata have been in Kellen Moore's ear about getting on the offense and like just having a package for him. I'd love to see it. I would love to see what happens, especially Mailata. This will be a Huff Dotson Covey game. I agree, Nigel. I mean, Covey every day. I think every game he goes out there and does what he's supposed to do. But Davis has been double teamed since his rookie season. Yeah, he has, but Jalen Carter has been eating most of those double teams, especially the past, I'll say like, obviously last week, but even if you look towards the end of last season, people weren't really double teaming Davis. They would in the run game because that's where he, is the guy that kind of shakes everything up. But realistically, it's been Carter. But look, I mean, Davis, if he makes a play or two, they're gonna have to change their mind, right? So I'm cool with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not arguing in the sense of no, Carter's the only one that's gonna get. Hey, at the end of the day, if Davis makes himself that guy that they need to double team, they're gonna double team him too. But just lately, it's been more Carter. Tampa is good. What do you think? I think they will be a hard game to win. They look good, man. Baker Mayfield is the perfect example of sometimes you just need a new home. Sometimes you just need somewhere else, new scenery. So I think that shout out to him. I'm happy for him, to be honest. And yeah, I live out in Tampa, so I'm a little mad that they're doing well because the ticket prices go up, but it is what it is. Like, I was hoping that they would lose the first 3 games. So then when they play the Eagles, it'll be a cheap ticket, but it's not going to be. So it is what it is. Derek Barnett Jr. had a sack. Oh, my God. Texans D-line bullied the Bears O-line, and they barely won. That's crazy. Derek Barnett, he's another guy that, he found a new home, and he looks like he's doing all right. Good for him. I hate him. Maddox can't be in the slot. He's a liability. I agree. I think that, I was talking to Martin Frank on Twitter. Like, me and him just had like a back and forth. Shout out to him because that was actually pretty cool. He tweeted out something he saw at practice and just was open enough to have a conversation with me about it. But he talked about Maddox and we were talking about how he thought Cooper DeJean was a lock to be that slot guy as soon as he was 100% healthy and ready. And we talked about Maddox and him cross-training at safety. Would it make sense for him to go to safety? So maybe we see him there. Maybe we see him. I mean, we saw him a little bit there even in the first game. So maybe we see him more there. And you get a Cooper DeJean in the slot. Maybe you see, I doubt Quinion moves to the slot, but maybe you see Isaiah Rodgers in the slot, or maybe you kind of mix it up. Who knows? Tampa Bay defense is good. Their offense is okay, so I don't think they will keep it up scoring-wise. I don't know, bro. Look, Washington's not good. I won't sit here and act like Washington's good, but when you watch that game, he was throwing some dots. My man was like, it wasn't like they were just wide open and broken play after broken play. He was out there throwing some dots. So, I mean, we'll see. I'm not going to sit here and act like he's taking the league over. But he definitely got he's been better. He's been a lot better. I've been really impressed with him. I have. My lot of tush push would be nice to see. That would be insane. I watched John Gannon's defense versus the Rams. They were aggressive. I kind of miss Jonathan Gannon. Do we miss Jonathan Gannon? Do y'all miss Jonathan Gannon? Because if y'all do, then I'm not. For Philly 500, he's on the West Coast, so it's early. So it might just be I don't know. We'll get him on. I'm really not too worried. Something might have came up. I know Philly 500 and Joey Shakes. We've done so many collaborations that I highly doubt that they were just like, screw Joe. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure something came up. But we'll get him on. I'm really not worried about it. We'll get him on soon, guys. I apologize if you guys came just for Philly 500 and Joey Shakes. If they hit me up before we get out of here, I'll definitely get them on for a little bit. But we'll definitely make this up to you guys. I apologize for it. But we got 91 people in here. Shout out to all y'all. Appreciate y'all so much. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. If y'all just came for Joey Shakes and 500, y'all have a great way of hiding it because y'all have been here throughout the show. So I appreciate y'all. But yeah, I'm sure something, popped up. It is what it is, bro. We got some really cool collabs coming up for the next whole season. Trust me. So don't you worry about it. I don't miss Cannon. Hell no. Washington's secondary is horrible. Texans Eagle. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. But if you watch that game, bro, go back and just watch that game. Some of those throws, like almost a good 70% of his completions were to a guy that was covered. I'm not going to sit here and act like Washington is a dominant defense, but they were covering the guys, and they were getting picked apart. I appreciate you, Lucius. I appreciate you. I already know. You know what I'm saying? I already know. We got 96 people in the show. Oh, you don't even have... Come on, Lucius. You got to let me know you ain't got a moderator. Come on, dog. Hot and ready. I used to work at Little Caesars. Funny story. That was one of my first jobs. So that's kind of funny that your name is Hot and Ready. Victor Vaughn said, hell no. We got to get you a moderator as well. Gannon wasn't bad. He had people in the right places. We were getting crazy sacks and tackling was pretty much on point. Yeah, I mean, Gannon wasn't horrible. I think we still have a bad taste in our mouth from that Super Bowl. I think that's really what it came down to. I like Jaden Daniels. I'm not going to lie. They still not going to be able to beat us. That's for sure. And Little Giants look like they got them a wide out and Neighbors. The dude is a baller, yo, but I don't know. But if you know, you know. Yeah, I mean, look, Neighbors is nasty. Neighbors is nasty. It sucks that he dropped that 4th down catch because that was the win for them, right? That was basically the game. If he catches that, they win that game. I feel so bad for him because he was making such great plays all game. And, yeah, I feel bad for him. I don't feel bad at all for Daniel Jones, but how bad do you think the Cowboys collapse will be? 5 or 6 wins? I say like 7 or 8. I'm gonna be real. I think they have 7 or 8 wins in them. I don't think their team's that good. I think once you shut down CeeDee Lamb, they don't have much to worry about. I'll say it like this: if their defense gets back on track, which they should, I say like 8, maybe 9, 8 to 10, anywhere in between there. If they don't, anywhere from like 5 to 7. Like real talk, I don't think they'll be good. What's going on, Jason? What's going on, Devontae? What up, Wilkes? Did I give James Ish already? I definitely did. I was giving it to him during the whole game. I already told my girl. My girl usually makes the memes because she's really good on Photoshop. Like, I'm decent, you know what I'm saying? But she's way better on Photoshop. So I make her make the memes. She cooking up. I'll tell you that right now. She cooking up. If y'all got any suggestions on what the meme should be, got to keep it respectful, obviously. James is my brother, you know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know if y'all got any suggestions. What's good, Jason? I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Hot and ready. Giants should have won. They should have. I'll tell you now, Neighbors has some JJ in him. He will be scary. Yeah. I have nothing else to say, but yeah. Lonely B in the building. What's going on? He said the Cowboys are one-dimensional on offense. They definitely are. If you stop CD, it's all right. They have no run game. At all. That run game is putrid. I could probably go run out there for a better yard per carry average. It was putrid. Oh my God, it was ugly. James gonna cry in the car. I love James. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? He knows what time it is, though. Big homie Castro, salute my brother. Cowboys have no running game. Facts. What's going on, Lawrence? Antonio Holmes, Zimmer been trash. Toss play left, toss play right. Was killing her. He ain't know what to do. Yeah. And, not to make it worse, not to, hate on my brother too much, but he was talking highly about Zimmer. Man. He was telling me Zimmer was that dude. I don't know. Somebody lying to me. We got 90 people in the chat. Be sure to hit that like. You know what I'm saying? If you can hit that like. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. Appreciate it. We're going to have guest spots. I was going to have a guest spot right after this, but unfortunately I have to go to work. So that's got a little bit pushed back. But we're going to have guest spots all week. Don't you worry about it. And like I said, if you ever want to, we're going to have some exclusive interviews that are going to be going straight to Fox Sports The Gambler. So if you ever want to listen to it on the radio, they have a YouTube channel as well, which I'll put the link in the description. But definitely go check them out. Go subscribe. We're going to have some really cool stuff over there. We got a show on Mondays. That's the Player Show. We have Dave Spadero that is one of the co-hosts for that show. And they bring on, they brought on Britton Covey last week. I'm not sure who it's going to be this week. Next, we also have Trey and Todd Harriman's former Eagles offensive linemen that have their own 2-hour show. So we're killing it. Over there at The Gambler. So definitely go check it out. Vikings look better without Zimmer. That's crazy. And you have a lot of good. You got talent on that Cowboys defense. So that's not a good look, Papa. That's not a good look. Where was LB Overshawn, who we were told was the best linebacker in the league? Oh God, that's what I heard. I heard that we were supposed to be afraid. He came back. He was coming back with a vengeance. Overshawn was that dude. Only time I really saw his name being called is when he was getting pushed back into the end zone, giving up touchdowns. That's the only time I really heard from him. Overshawn got overshined. That's what happened. What's going on, Chiquita? What's going on? What is A.J. Brown's injury? 1 week off might not be enough to heal. I believe it's just a sprained hamstring or a sore hamstring, something like that. We'll see. last year in the playoffs, his first week of the playoffs, the wild card. I don't know why I spaced on the name of it, but the wild card, he had basically, I think, a similar injury, if I'm not mistaken, and he was going to be good for the next week. So I think he'll be all right. I think that realistically, if we blow them out, maybe you don't play him next week. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Will Levis is a trash can. I can't believe the Titans chose him over Malik Willis. They got to be one of the dumbest organizations. How did Malik Willis do? I didn't even watch that full game. I meant to look up his stats because he was doing good in the beginning of the game. If y'all don't mind, I'm just going to look up his stats real quick. If y'all don't mind, I'm just going to look up his stats. Unless y'all got him in there. He had 1 touchdown. I mean, that's nothing. Yeah, he ain't really do nothing. But 12 of 14, 1 touchdown, 122. I mean, that's not horrible. 122 is kind of putrid, but but it is what it is. He also had 41 on the ground. Jacobs went crazy, 151 on the ground. But, I mean, it's Anthony Richardson, man. 3 interceptions, that's ugly, bro. That's ugly. And it's crazy because George was really high on him. George had him, like, as a top 15 quarterback. I didn't. I'll tell you that much. I didn't. I definitely didn't. Yeah, he won Gillette. That's the most important stat. Facts. Parsons out of there. He pouting more than usual. I love it. I love it. I love it. If he comes to Philly, James might want to just not do his show anyway. He might not want to do Best of Enemies anymore because I'm talking bad junk. What's going on, I Shine? What's going on? Been a minute. Malik won yesterday. First start with a new team. That's something in itself. It is. It is. And especially because nobody gave him a chance. Nobody gave them a chance. I mean, the only people that gave him a chance was Anthony Richardson, it looks like, because it don't make no sense that he just was trash. He was absolute bad. That was bad, man. Anthony, I don't know. Anthony Richardson, to me, seems like a boomer bust. He'll give you really good plays, but he'll give you some really bad plays, too. So, we'll see. Everybody was goo-goo and gaga over that first game that he had with that crazy. He had a crazy throw. He had a crazy throw off his back foot. Excuse me. Sucks we lost A.J. Brown this game, but now we got to go through this game adjusting the wide receiver situation. It's Dotson up to wide receiver 2 in Philly. Smitty already got wide receiver 1, so no concern. First of all, shout out to Desert Eagle. I didn't even see who it was when I first started reading it. One of the OGs, like literal OGs of this YouTube stuff. Someone I used to watch literally all the time before I even had my channel. So always appreciate you coming through, showing love. But yeah, man, I mean, I think Dotson has no choice but to be that guy now. Like I said, we don't need him to be unstoppable. We just need you to make the most out of your opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Give me 70, 80 yards and I'll be happy. Give me 70, 80 yards and I will be very, very happy. Hassan Reddick news, anything recently? I have not. I did hear that the Eagles have no interest in him. I did hear that from some people. Not necessarily sources, people close to the team, but I kind of took it as their opinion. I didn't really take it as like them telling me, oh, I know they have no. I kind of took it as opinion. But yeah, everybody I talk to tells me they have no interest and don't get my hopes up. So I don't know. We'll see. I would love it. I think it makes sense. Will had the handcuffs put on by the hand coaching staff. Heavy run attack. A lot of people told me that Will Levis was good. So I guess we'll see. We'll see. I don't think he's that great. I think Wilson is in AJ's spot. Wasn't Wilson hurt? Last I saw, Johnny Wilson was questionable as well. I think that makes the most sense. I think that it makes most sense because, I mean, wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, that it doesn't really matter. We run 3 wide receiver sets so often that it really doesn't matter. So, if Johnny Wilson's on the outside, I would love that. I think that makes sense. You could even put him on the slot. I mean, he's a mismatch in the slot. So either put Jahan Dotson in the slot where I think he'll be most comfortable at, or put Johnny Wilson there. I don't care. I don't mind either way. I think it'll work. Malik Willis, I mean, yeah, that's what it seems like. I mean, only 14 passing attempts, so that's what it seems like. If the Eagles get pressure on Cousins, they will win the game. It was a great seeing the tears from the Couch Boys and Giants fans seeing the Couch Boys getting their butts whooped. made my week. Oh, it made my week too. It made my week. Shout out to Philip. It made my week as well. I'm a very happy camper right now. I'm going to work today with a smile on my face. I'm gonna be so happy. I'm gonna be so happy. I might bet on tonight just because I don't even care. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? If we win more money, it'll be a wrap. I'm so mad at Justin Fields, man. I don't think I'm gonna get over that for a couple days. That's gonna take me a while. 22. I was so close to 300xing my money 300 times. It was a small bet, and Justin freaking Fields, man. I'm so mad. I'm so mad about that. We should be in line to get the number 1 seed. Thoughts on that, Joe? I know it's early, but early bird gets the worm. I agree. I shine, and I know you just got here a little while ago. Earlier in this show, I was screaming that we got to go out there and dominate this team because I do agree that this should be a team that can win a Super Bowl. And a Super Bowl team does not struggle against bad teams. That's it. That's it. We do not struggle against bad teams. So go out there and win this freaking game, man. And dominate them. Dominate them from beginning to the end. Imagine losing to a team who only kicked field goals. Imagine losing to a team that lost to a team that only kicked field goals. I'm not doing it. Imagine struggling to a team that lost to a team that only kicked field goals. I'm not doing it. We got to go out there and blow them out. Blow them out. JC So Cool says play Paris Campbell as well. He's on the practice squad, right? Maybe. If Johnny Wilson's not good to go, yeah, bring him up. Should always be worried when 90% of the money is Vegas, and Vegas is on the Eagles. Yeah. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. You are not wrong. Talk facts. I'm trying to let him know, Lawrence. I'm trying to let him know, bro. I'm not. This year is not the year of, hey, we did well. Hey, we'll get better. We just got to keep on improving. This ain't that year. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So shout out to everybody in the chat. We got still 90 people in the chat, over 100 people between all the, all the platforms, Twitter and everything. So shout out to everybody. But if you are here to hear Joe Castro say, hey, we just need to keep getting better. Hey, we barely lost. We barely won. It's okay. We're the Eagles. It's okay. Then you came to the wrong spot. I'm not saying it. I'm not doing it. I want to go out there and blow teams out. Last year, put my blood pressure up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it this year, man. I'm not doing it. I'm not. Cousins is a statue, cuz let's be real. Facts. And he's always been. He's never been a guy that's going to move around in the pocket or move outside of the pocket. Beat him up. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing Kirk Cousins do stuff against us. No more. Defense, step up. Go out there and dominate these boys. Offense, step up. Go out there and dominate these boys. And shout out to the chat for stepping up and dominating today. Over 100 people in the chat for basically the whole show. I am going to get out of here. I appreciate you guys so much. Like I said, you can catch me tonight on Fox Sports, The Gambler. We will be live for a pregame show with my guy Sean Brace. I will get 500 and Joey Shakes on here. Maybe it was my fault. Maybe I put the wrong time or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But y'all already know they friends of the channel, so it is what it is. We'll get them on here soon. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for coming through, showing all the support that you did. But other than that, y'all know what it is. And y'all know what it's going to be. Y'all know what it's going to be forever. We're going to go out there and dominate this team. We're going to go out there and win. I got the Eagles winning 34-9. 3 field goals. Fly goes fly, and we out here. Say it if you know it. Peace!
Everywhere, this is for you.
Yeah. Fly was flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird gang nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here cool on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch my score